Hi, I'm back with this week's Watch or Not. I've seen so much content in the last 10 days that I think for a few days I'm not gonna watch TV. The first thing that I watched is called The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Yes, that's the name of the series. It's available on Netflix. It's a limited series of about 8 episodes. It's about this girl who basically lost her family in a very tragic way. She's become an alcoholic and she's depressed and she's lonely and she lives alone. And in the opposite house, this new husband man actually moves with his daughter and she starts fantasizing him because he's like good looking and stuff. And he has a girlfriend, so she gets a bit pissed. One day she's drinking by her window and she witnesses a murder of the girlfriend in the house. And she's just like, what the hell? And she calls the cops, and the cops go there to realize that nothing like that has happened. So the cops are like, you are just imagining this. And she's like, no, I really saw it from my own eyes. The world thinks that she's imagining it. She thinks that no, what she saw was true. So she starts investigating it on her own. That's what I'm going to tell you about it and not give you any spoilers. It's interesting, it's well made. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the end. I honestly have mixed reviews about it. If you have too much time, then probably watch it, but it was not my favorite. And you can kind of skip it, but it's not that bad. It's kind of like confusing. I don't know. Then I watched Caught Out, which is a documentary on Netflix about the corruption of cricket, and it is so cool. Like, I have started watching sports now. You know that I create content on Formula 1, MotoGP. Slowly, I'm starting other stuff as well. It's very sad to see that everything that we watch is probably fixed, especially when it's cricket, especially when it's in India, because cricket is obviously our religion. The documentary is very, very nice. They have like people who've participated in the documentary, the journalists, the cricketers. It's very shocking. We all know that, match fixing happens in cricket. But when you hear it from journalists and cricketers and what they did and how they did, it is kind of heartbreaking but also very interesting. It's available on Netflix. I liked it. I love watching documentaries, and this one is something that you should definitely watch, even if you like or don't like cricket. The next one I watched is called Zone of Interest, which was nominated for the Oscars. It's available on Amazon Prime. And it's a very interesting film again. You know that in the middle I was really obsessed with the whole Hitler phase where I was reading books and watching movies on Hitler and the Nazis. And now this movie is basically based on a family that is running a concentration camp right next to their house, while people like Jews are burning in the concentration camp. The family is living the best life in the house, and the concentration camp and the house just has a fence in the middle. The story is that, again, the movie does not really have a story, it's a feeling. It's very well shot. I love the cinematography. The case of the movie is something that you would generally watch in festivals. It's not a movie that has too much going on, but it has a lot of dialogues and emotions and shots that kind of capture you. I really liked it, and it stayed with me for a very long time. The next show that I watched is something that just released. It's called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's on Netflix. It's also a limited series about this girl who's like extremely intelligent and wants to go to one of these Ivy League colleges, and she has to give like an interview. So for that she has to work on a case that gets her extra marks and stuff, like a project. So she picks up a project that is very personal to her about a girl who was murdered in her village, and she wants to kind of find out what happened. So the series is about that and how she kind of discovers what happened in that time and who's the real culprit and the victim and stuff. A good series, but I didn't enjoy it after a point. I just feel it was like, I don't know, it kind of lost its plot. I was not the biggest fan of the end as well. I don't know if it was a storytelling, because I know it's based on a book and people really love the book. I haven't read the book yet, so I have nothing to compare it with. No, I was really not into it and I didn't enjoy it that much. I watched a movie called Sometimes, which is a Tamil film on Netflix about 6 people who go to the hospital to get a test for HIV. When they're getting that test done, everybody gets their results and leaves. But these 6 HIV patients are behind, stuck, waiting for their result. And the receptionist at the hospital is having a fight at home because the receptionist's mother wants money, but the receptionist does not have money. So she's like in a really irritated mood throughout the film. These 6 people are so scared because what if you have AIDS? I mean, like, your life is over, right? So they're just talking to each other, telling each other the story, and then they announce that there is one that has AIDS, the other 5 are clean. So all these 6 people are like, tell us who. So the receptionist is like, I'll tell you all early if you bribe me. So she takes money from them. She goes inside. She talks to the doctor. They discuss something. She comes out and she tells them that 5 of y'all are not infected. 1 of y'all is infected. Point. All these reports start coming and 5 of them leave. Not infected. Now the last person who's left has not got his report, but he's so scared. He's like, it's me. I have AIDS. And he starts really like palpitating and he's stressed and his left arm is paining and he gets a heart attack and he dies. And then we come to know that the receptionist lied. He does not have AIDS. So the story is basically about how guilt and grief can really kill you. It is such a beautiful film and I highly recommend it. So these are the things that I watched on Netflix and Amazon Prime and I highly recommend them. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Let me know what you have watched new so that I can watch it too. Recommend me new films and I'll see you with another bunch of recommendations very, very soon.